Yeah, so I said the obsession that they have, right, that led to a passion of a crime will always lead them to lose to me. The same way that the Chuck bro who go off and like find black people to arrest specifically, he had the obsession with them. Yeah, and then it led him to a confrontation that led him to get hurt. Yeah, lethal at the end, that's all, with consequences at the end, that's all. So I said by the end of the day, that'll be what that government group of them will go off and engage into naturally. As in, yeah, naturally, they're going to follow the same path. Because one of us engage while the other one does not engage. I disengage on the special while this thing desperately try to engage over and over again. A good example was that I just came into the park over here, so I go off and like take the shit of the tree. But the reason why I moved out of here is because of the fact that the grass over here is much more wet, and it tend to have like feces for like the dogs on the special. No, because sometimes I don't understand that, you know, you want to go off for like possibly think that manure is going to go back into the earth. And that's a cool stuff. That's why I rather have a special designated area for like dogs to go off and take a shit at, and then eventually you could produce your special manure on, especially on like somewhat refeed it to the trees or something like that, or like grow, yeah. But at the same time, the thing that sucks about letting your dog shit over, especially on not picking it up, is that you have kids randomly go off and run around, especially on probably play baseball, and they're gonna be on that shit. Alright, but I said this in my park over here. I'm just down here for like maybe one day. I'll probably be elsewhere on the space stuff. But you get to see the obsession that comes with like abusing the government system over here to obtain an unfair advantage. Yeah, because I told you the feds corner with these prostitutes that are like fiends that they themselves will go off and protect or work with, and then eventually someone to imbue them into a transnational group to go off and make money for them, and like a network to like move resources and like go off and be special agents, like special finances and resources to move billions of dollars from one side to the next, and then eventually somewhat use the homeless female to go off and like someone enter a different prison system for them, or the homeless male. Yeah. To go just to serve like because they send it's mad weird and so into like weird spaces where they send like that's why we're into the conspiracy about human trafficking and kidnapping, and then eventually deep down the backyard over here you get to see the dismembering, the hot, all that stuff left out inside, and the kids going missing, and like the satanic altars, yeah, and they get to be linked behind shipments, that's why, to contrabands of drugs that makes it into like industrial scale smuggling. Yeah, well, like coincidentally, you're gonna get a madness in there, which I told you to stay away from. Other side or mine. That's all. Just go the other way. That's all. Yeah, and go on by your face. Never fuck with somebody else's money. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like some of these people on these videos that they tell you that not to go on and fuck with some people's money on the special. Yeah, I said that came from directly from the black family to me as a kid over here. But that was the first warning that I got as a man. Yeah, never fuck with somebody else's money. That was a good one. So I said by the end of the day, yeah, I chose to go off and have a dog with my family and kids, and cool ass robotic system. But coincidentally, because of the fact that I got this shit over here, conflict of interest, it get lusty for money and technology and systems, and then eventually mix it up with like a Russian network with a Chinese base, Iranian base, and there is some link investments like bets towards a war zone. Yeah, with like anti-drone systems or something, and and Teslas and shit like that. Very, very desperate ass fucking group. I never seen something like that. Masai. It should be a shame of itself. Yeah, but I said just like Chuck bro over here, Masai, it's gonna end up colliding in the wall against me due to the obsession, because of the fact that he uses people like that crackhead to go off and do some shit around the special, and by the time they're done over here, they're not professional, not intelligent. They're unprofessional and stuff. They're sloppy as fuck. Yeah. I said again, I'm not worried about them. So as long as I got access to my money, I could send my check to one space to the next, and I could draw my money over here, just like what's his name over here? Not John Wick, the other one over here, the one that what's his name played into. No, I did, yeah, no, the one with what's his name? Not Clint Eastwood, Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise played what's his name over here? That was like a veteran that was collecting his social security. Coincidentally, he engaged into a fight with like a Russian a Russian construction company. In the first one was out. I forgot the name of that movie. He had the second one. So somewhere where life is easy for me, because of the fact that the police themselves, like the shit that they run on is that Mr. Oliver type of extremist stuff over the cyberspace like 4 years ago. Yeah, and that eventually he spread a hatred within the black supremacy domain over him. So they try to go off and like I don't know, take it upon themselves to write a new law in the society where they use that resource to then go off and harass somebody. Yeah, and then eventually, I said I couldn't understand applying pressure to like severe and deter crime and stuff, but I couldn't understand why is it that they open up the person's car and like this other person is working on a private company, and then eventually they help themselves to the person's intellectual property and it's trade secret to then go off like try to compete, take the technology or the company's secret and then go off and help themselves become rich or stuff. So that's why they feel as human beings are like a government group itself, and then eventually from then on, based off that habit, yeah, it's just easy to go off and like let them crash inside of cars and kill themselves over and over again. Yeah, because I said the mess. I don't feel bad for their friends. They got all their friends killed overseas with them. They got so many Russian, 1.5 million Russian dead. They got their friends in Iran dead. They got their friends in China dead, and eventually they got their friends in like Palestine dead. What's up? Yeah, some of their friends in Latin America. Yeah, I cannot make this up. That's why I went the other one. I was like, yo, every single day, I'm like, yo, I don't flirt with these people with them. What's up? They're just a bunch of crazy people that complain about stupid ass shit. I said, the only reason why I got targeted is because I'm black. I said, don't flirt with them. Don't flirt. I don't know these niggas. What's up? Yeah, don't know them. What's up? Don't flirt. Made that clear. That's why I'm not in handcuffs today.